Okay, so this was objective 10. Objective 4 is kind of related to it. And all you got to do and understand objective 4 is know what independent variable means and dependent variable. Independent variable goes here on the horizontal axis usually. Often it's x, although it could be any letter. Okay? And the dependent variable is what we usually think of as the y variable. Y depends on x. Now, why do we call that independent and dependent? You're putting a chunk of food, deciding how big a chunk of food to put in the oven, right? Okay? So you can decide that. Once you decide what the size of the chunk of food is, what the volume is, then the temperature is going to follow from that, because the oven is going to do whatever it does. Okay? Now, presumably, there are other things we can do, but the chunks better be of the same size, or or same geometric shape and stuff like that. And we're not dealing with those issues, so we're oversimplifying a little bit, but it's complicated enough. We don't need to make it more complicated. Okay, so again, the thing you have control over is the size of the chunk of food, right? You don't have control over what the temperature is going to be. You can't. If you want to know how big the chunk of food has to be in order to achieve a certain temperature, you're going to need this information, right?
Right.
So the temperature that the thing attains depends on the volume. The volume doesn't depend on the temperature. You put a chunk of food in and it comes to 200 degrees, that doesn't mean its volume is, 300 cubic centimeters, right? Okay? The temperature doesn't control what the volume is going to be. The volume controls what the temperature is going to be. Does that make sense? You have control over the volume. Once you put it in there, you don't have control over the final temperature. So this depends on this. Temperature depends on how much stuff you put in there. Okay?